presentation, and we are having our second group of people. Okay, we're having our second group of participants present to us today, and here present we have Mr. Ibrahim Salami, and we also have Mr. Obiajulu Anayo. Before I read their profile, I'd like to talk briefly about what we had yesterday. So yesterday we had our first group of participants present to us, and they were a number of 7 people. So we had Miss Folajomi Bello and Mr. Adimchi Oka from Carrywise, Miss Folajomi from Driver Pay join us for the competition presentation yesterday. So today, moving forward, we are going to be having 8 participants present to us. And so I'd like to read the profile of Mr. Ibrahim Salami. Please give me like a second for it to load. Okay, so here present we have Mr. Ibrahim Salami. He is a product designer and a founder. He is the convener of that popular Muslim Tech Expo that we saw online a long time ago. Like I can't remember in time. Well, I saw the post on LinkedIn that time when it started. That was like more than a year now. Yes. So Mr. Ibrahim is the convener of the Muslim Tech Expo, and is the founder of Kura AI, if I pronounced that well. So according to his profile, it says Kura AI is an AI product that will revolutionize the way Muslim Ummahs engage with the Quran. So I would say that Mr. Ibrahim is an industry expert that is involving Muslims in tech so that they can become professionals too. And that is a very, very good initiative. Thank you very much. Please give me a round of applause with the emojis. Kindly interact. Thank you. Okay, secondly, we have Mr. Obiajulu Anayo on the call. Okay, a sec for it to okay, thank you. So Mr. Obiajulu Anayo is also a product designer and a product manager. He currently works for Network Limited as a senior product designer. Before now, he has worked as a co-founder, or he currently works as a co-founder and a product manager for Move Better as well. And he has worked with NUMI as a product designer. And funny enough, he has worked with Perxels as a program facilitator. It's so nice meeting you. Thank you for joining the call, Mr. Obiajulu Anayo. Sorry, please, did I pronounce your name well? I'd like to hear from you. Mr.
Um,
Obiajulu.
no, you didn't. So
Okay.
it's actually Obiajulu, but you can call me Obi. Obi is fine.
Okay, oh, Mr. Obi. Thank you very much for that.
Just put Mister or just call me Obi.
Okay. Yeah, we will. Okay. Right on this call, we are going to be having 8 people present, and I'm going to be calling their name by their order of presentation. First, we have Pomaline Moses. He will be presenting the Global Suya portfolio design. If you are on the call, kindly interact with an emoji. Moses? Oh, okay, you're on the call. I see your hand. All right, thank you very much. Jesu Tofumi is the next person after Moses. He will be presenting app for kids. If you're on the call, kindly interact with an emoji. All right, thank you. The next person after Jesu Tofumi is Joshua. Joshua would be presenting a ride app. Joshua, kindly interact. Thank you. Shola is the next person after Joshua. You will be presenting on site crafts. Shola, kindly signify if you're there. Is Shola on the call? Okay. Okay, so next on we have Esther. Esther will be presenting Save Wise. Thank you, Esther. And next on is Francis. Francis will be presenting on kitchen utensils. And next on we have Nofisat. Nofisat will be presenting Food Up. Nofisat, are you on the call? Good, okay. And lastly, we have Linda. Linda will be presenting the Flex app case study. So that we can just jump on it. Okay, I've spent 5 minutes introducing already according to the plan. So I would like us to start the presentation proper. So I would like to, okay, this is the order of it before the start. We'll have our first four speakers, first four presenters present their portfolio. Then we'll have our judges give their remarks on them, like maybe like an observation of their presentation. And then we'll have the second half, and then our judges will talk again so that we can manage our time and we can have these people present timely. Okay, so you have 20 minutes each of you to present, and I would like to call Moses, Pomalin, Olarewaju to start.
Hi, good afternoon. Good
Minutes.
afternoon,
Good
everyone.
afternoon.
I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, good afternoon. So, my name is Pomali Mosolari Waju, and I'll be presenting the global food and ordering soya concept. So, permits me to nice to have Mr. Ibrahim and Mr. Obi on the call, and my fellow guys that are representing our portfolio today, and people that are also like joining to come and learn. So nice to have all of you on the call. So the global food and ordering app is a live project. Is a live project and presently serving the people of Lekki and Aja and their environment. Presently serving them. So presently serving the people of Lekki and Aja and its environment. So mine is to build the UI and UX of the app and also like make user research. So Firebase is used for the backend where all the information is going to be stored. So I didn't need to design anything from scratch, which is the agreement that the developers have with the client that they're going to use Firebase. So like I said, the global Suya and ordering app servers is a live app which serves people of Lekki presently and Aja and its environment. So global app was first like exist on the web app, whereby they can order, make their order like suya and the food because the company actually partners with the local foods, the local restaurants around. The company actually do like suya and deliver it to the their clients. So they now partner with the local food around. Probably people want combo suya and food. They also like make partner with uh, people that are doing they are making local pura yogurt and around. Probably like people also like need suya and pura, suya and yogurt, and so on and so forth. So why before we embark on this journey, like I said, it was first like based on web app. So there are some such challenging cases. So it was now concluded that probably if they have it on the mobile, which will make it like handy for people to like do all sort of things that they want to do, order the suya, or like check out for new things to be that new meal that they have from the personal food restaurant around so they can make the order and also like get it delivered to them. So My responsibility is to do the I am the UI UX designer and the researcher, do the prototype. So the tools that we use for this project, we use Figma, we use Zoom for our interactive session between the client and the developers. I also use FigJam to to come up with my user flow and information architecture, and also like interact with the developers. Okay, these are what we are having, these are the features and no. So we interacted on FigJam together also. So I use Google Form to collect my to do my primary user to do my primary research, user research. I did my quantitative and qualitative. We also like go around Lekki and Aja to ask like people around questions. We involve like form to gather varieties of questions. We also get on call with people so that we can know that okay, this and this is your pain point while using the app. What are your pain points? Because that is what we are building for. This is your pain point. This is how we can help you solve this problem. We also use Google Slide, Google Meet, and Photoshop to do most of to to do like most of my things. So the timeline is 2 months, which is the first stage is define okay, what is the problem, what is the problem statement, why are we building this, what do we want to achieve, what is our end goal, how do we make this product a continuous one. Then we go on to do our design thinking, UX research, empathize phase, user persona, user flow, information architecture, and so on. Then we also go on to do our user wireframe, UI design, and also like our usability testing, which is very paramount. Doing this usability testing makes us realize that because we do a live test, we do for moderated and unmoderated, we do both together so that we can really know that okay, before we pushed out, what are the things that it can't like it you are finding it difficult to navigate around the app. So we do all that. You can really know that, okay, this is where we come in next before we finally push out. So design thinking process, the empathize phase, user need, user research, gathering on user insights, define stage. I come up with my user persona, empathy mapping, and user journey map. The ideate phase, user flow, information architecture, and card sorting. Actually, the card sorting was done physically with uh, the the developers, I and the designers, and some other people that joined to come up with this card sort to do the card sorting. Whereby after the we all brainstorm together, then we now come to finalization that based on what we have on our our based on the user insights we gathered, okay, we'll be going with this, we're going with this, and this will still be in our pipeline in future to come. Then we'll now implement this. We also come up with the design phase, which is the wireframe, the iFile wireframe, and the prototype, and the test stage, the ability testing, note taking, gathering of user insights, which will also like help us on and on and on. So it's also like iterative phase. We go back to it whenever we have like any issue, we go back to it. We visit it back often enough so that we can get everything in place. So the problem statement just said that there's a need for a convenient and user-friendly food and suya ordering app that can provide a seamless experience for customers to browse menus, place orders, and track delivery in real time. So in today's fast-paced world, people are increasingly relying on, especially food, but probably you're just hearing like for the first time, like they are ordering suya. So suya ordering app around Lekki and Nigeria to satisfy their hunger cravings conveniently. However, despite the growing popularity of these apps, users often like encounter problems that hinder their experience. One such problem is the ability to personalize food or suya order to suit their dietary restriction, taste preference, and budget. So as a result, users often waste time scrolling through irrelevant options or end up with unsatisfactory meal. So therefore, there's a need to develop a food and suya ordering app that can offer personalized recommendation and filter to help user find the food they desire quickly and efficiently. Like I said, they didn't partner with the likes of all these big restaurants that we know about. They partner with the local food restaurant that are also like they have their packaging well and they're also like doing fine around Lekki and Aja. So the selected ideas, which is from all uh gathered from the insights from the quantitative research, primary research, secondary research, and everything that I come up like visit to come up with this app design building. So the selected ideas is personalized food recommendation, which is to develop an algorithm suggest meal based on the user dietary restriction, taste and preference, and other issues. So also come up with we also come up with an idea which is the advanced featuring options, which offers like advanced featuring options such as price range, cuisine type, and ingredients to help user narrow down their search. So we also come up with rating and reviews to implement a rating and review system that allows users to rate and review meals and restaurants. This can help other users make informed decisions and improve the overall quality of the app. Seamless payment option provide multiple payment options such as credit card, debit card, and mobile payments to make the ordering process more convenient for users. So real-time tracking, whereby the end customer can also like see, okay, the rider of the global company is in this particular place. Is he has gotten here, he has gotten here, he has gone to this particular place. So we have like a real tracking. So we also have like a loyalty reward. So the app can offer loyalty rewards to frequent users such as discounts, free delivery, and exclusive offer. So social sharing also is also like is there. So there's a like I said, there's a lot in pipeline. So just have to like also like which is my own job is also like to advise. We don't want to like board the app with so many features. Let's do the MVP first. Let's test out, okay, with these features, what are we expecting? What is our end goal? What is our result? Then before then, if it gets well, then we improve. We can now set other features in which I make mention in the last time that is in pipeline for future purpose. So the metric indicator says that I come up with based on this because it's a recurring process if you have like a product out there. So how do we get more conversion rate for from our user? How do we get our order accuracy right? So how important is the average order value? How do we improve the average delivery time? How do we generate continuous retention rate? And but lastly, how do we make our customer satisfaction score go more higher? On this app, we have two type of users. We have authenticated, unauthenticated and authenticated user. Unauthenticated in the sense that whenever you come into the app, you can view all the things they have, but you don't have a profile. I'm explaining unauthenticated. So you can view the meal, you can view the suya, you can view the other restaurant, the food they have, because we have a section for that. The other restaurant food they have, probably you want a combo, you can view it. But if you want to purchase on the app, you have to be authenticated. That means you have to register on the app. So that's what I mean by authenticated user and unauthenticated user. Why do we want to like implement this? So we can just give them that like satisfaction that okay, browse through, check through what we have. Then if you feel like okay, something that you want, then you can now register with us, make your order, and we get it delivered to them. So going on, I also like come up with my interview question. Note that the company already like made their interview, which was sent to me on uh, a spreadsheet file. Looking at it like, okay, what do we have? What are the things I needed to add? Then I also like come up with my own question. Then I also like go around like okay, on Monday I go around the okay, like these are the kind of your user. What are the things that you faced? I did the moderated interview and unmoderated. So unmoderated using like Google Form, I also like get on the call with at least like 7 people. Then I also like went around those area, like mostly of their customer. Okay, what are your pain point? What are you facing using this app, and so on and so forth. Just like to get the the uh the very key thing that I needed for them to be able to for me to be able to design what they will like we have today on the global app. So response on the and qualitative and quantitative. Yeah, so these are just like you said what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
You
can
have
hear you.
5 minutes more.
All right, so these are the insight gathered and everything. These are the insight gathered. These are all the insights. So insight from inside and user persona. So user also struggle to find food that meets their specific dietary restriction on preference. So then convenience and speed are critical factor for users when ordering food and suya online. So user wants to be able to like quickly find and order that meal without having to navigate a complex or confused interface. So I also have like my insight gathered, which I generated. And so the overall core insight from the user research is that a successful food and suya ordering app should prioritize personalization, convenience, trust, and engagement to meet user needs and expectations. By providing a seamless and user-friendly experience, the app can establish itself as a go-to source for online food ordering and build loyal base. So this is my personal that I use. This is the core need, the personality, the frustration piece, the gathered background. And I also, this is my empathy map that I gathered through the think, the hear, the sees, the does, and everything. So this is my user story that I generated from my primary research, because your primary research is just like your foundation, everything comes from it. So this is the accepted criteria. So the app will provide a filtering system that allow me to search for meals based on my dietary restrictions. So the app will also have a variety of restaurants, dishes, and suya stands that offer healthy and nutrition options. So the app will provide accurate delivery estimates, real-time tracking, so I can plan my day accordingly. And and so on. So I also like build my scenario. Okay, let's just like go into the let's just build like, okay, have a scenario. So Esther is at work and wants to order a lunch quickly and effectively. She opened the food and she ordering app and uses the filtering system to search for meals that are gluten free and vegetarian. So the app provides a variety of restaurant dishes that meet her needs. So she select a salad from the local health food restaurant or a suya stand. The app provide an accurate delivery estimate and real-time tracking. So Esther knows exactly when her food and suya will arrive. The salad is a delicacy that meets Esther dietary restrictions. So the restaurant and the salad is a favorite for featured order, and so on. So this is my user flow that I come up with. User flow that I come up with. We have the splash, the onboarding, the sign up and the sign in, the landing page, which incorporate the home, order, chat, profile, and others. Everything is section, each one of them. So we also have my information architecture, which talks to the overall how the the site is built and what is in each component. You have start onboarding. You do have an account, no, yes, sign up. If you don't have an account, sign up. If yes, you sign in. Then you move to the landing page, you see everything that you're looking for. So I have my wireframe. I have my wireframe. Actually, the wireframe was done on paper because it was a collaborative effort. It's done on paper. I have everything structured out. And I also have my design system. A design system can formally define a collective of reusable components guided by a clear standard that can be assembled together to build any number of digital products. So by typography, the company color is their primary color is kind of red, and this is the color code and primary color. And no, the typography that I use is Moolish, which have like we didn't use like I did not use like two typefaces. I only use one. Then I segment it into bold, medium, semi bold, regular, and all. So the shadow that I use, everything is there. The field inputs, the body test, everything is structured out. So the button style use, everything also like structured out. The navigation bar, we have home, we have order, we have request. Request means that you want to request like food from other restaurant. Probably you go to this request option, then you see that okay, this local restaurant, you want to get amala, you want to get this kind of food from them, then you
Hang on
request.
on this.
Yeah.
Kindly round up because your time is up.
All right. So I have my visual design. I also have my prototype down. So thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Moses, for the wonderful presentation. Although you took a lot of time, please encourage him using the emoji. I appreciate his presentation. You took a lot of time on your UX so much that we could not see a lot about your UI. But thankfully, you submitted the link to your portfolio, so our judges will be having access to it by time um by the time they'll be making their decisions. So that's not a problem. But please, I would like us to keep to time. Make sure that you are not telling a lot of stories. Just go straight to the point. I particularly want to appreciate the fact that you understand the fact that what am I saying fact? Glover app is not the first in the industry, right? We have many ride apps that many delivery apps that are giving out food to people. So there's this particular one you mentioned that piqued my interest. This moderation or something. I've forgotten what you called it, but then you were able to analyze how to get customers into that app because it is not new in the market, and that was good. But then it's up to our judges. They're already taking notes, and I believe that they will make the best choice. And allow me to say that may the best portfolio and presenter, may the best case study and presenter win. Thank you. Okay, so next is Jesu Tofomi. Jesu Tofomi, if you're on the call, Jesu Tofomi is going to be presenting app for kids, and you have 20 minutes. That means by 6:47 your time will be up. Jesu Tofomi.
Okay, thank you very much once again. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Obi. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Ibrahim. My name is Oluwade Stofumi, and good afternoon to every of my colleagues on this call. So without taking much of our time, so that I can be really straightforward and hit the nail on the head, um I was able to break down my main points. I was able to break down my main points using Figma. I was able to break down my main point rather using Figma so that I can be more so that I can be more expressive and explain all I have to say. Okay, give me some minutes. Okay, I believe you can all see my screen. Okay, so as I said earlier, I'll be presenting Keys app, and the name of the application is Funlen. The name of the application is Funlen. Funlen, a kid learning platform, and is a platform that helps children. It helps children in their educational basis and pre-elementary stage of education. And I'll be talking about what brought up about Funlen. But before that, I would love to make it known that it is a personal project. The personal project I took during my teaching practice stage as an undergraduate. During my teaching practice, because I'm a person who studied an educational course, and through that, I just had the passion of okay, I saw a particular problem. I had a passion for this. I just okay, let me let me try to work on this as a UI UX designer. I always calling myself a problem solver because that's what we all call ourselves. So I said, okay, fine, let me work on this and see how far we can go. And looking on the screen, you see images of me with the students. So I block their face for privacy purposes. So yeah, so that's a picture of me with the students, and so during my teaching practice days, as a teacher, then I noticed that the kids were struggling with their educational learning methods. So it was in a local area. So I noticed the students were having some struggles learning, paying attention in classes and all of that. So that brought up about a problem statement. So whereby I saw that okay, students found this boring, students found this they were not really interested, not paying much interest in class, not paying much attention in class. So for example, I was able to meet one of the parents. So this was like a research on my hand in the school. So I was able to meet one of the parents of a particular student. She's a teacher. So I met her and one on one, asking her what she thinks about one of her daughter in JSS1, because this project is the main for the target audience are people in their um elementary stage of education. That's from age 4 to 12. So yes, so I was able to meet this parent, asking her one or two questions. And Sarah is one of the personas that I made use of. So talking of Funland being an educational product, a product that focuses on making teaching and learning fun and effective for students. So as I said earlier, I connected research by also providing Google Forms online, sharing to friends, sharing to certain people that I know, okay, they were parents, and they were able to give me some responses and some of that. So looking at this problem, my the solution, the ideas that I came up with was okay, creating a platform whereby students will not just come into in a normal way, in a normal routine, but it will be in a way that is fun for them to learn, whereby they can gain more understanding of this basis. Because a student in JSS1 does not really know how to spell, does not really know things to say, how to express his or herself. So that's why I really found this interesting and fun to really involve myself in. So I made the application a gamified one whereby students come and while they are learning, they are also enjoying the experiences. So talking about the application. So talking about the application, we also have key features in this application. Talking about the interactive games, personalized learnings. These are things that were included in the application, so that they can make the teaching and learning more effective. And talking about this, I will not love to do too much talking without showing my UI designs, without showing my designs and all of that. And I'll be doing that by showing a prototype of most of. Okay, sorry, I just remembered I haven't shared my case study link. I would love to do that so that you can follow with me. Okay, so I just shared the link to my case study on Behance. This is on Behance. So that you can follow with me as I'm talking about this my case study, Funland. So I would love to show us a quick prototype of this particular project so as to explain more in depth of Funland and how interactive it is for students. So I'll be talking about the key features that I included. So this is Funland. This is the splash screen. This is the splash screen where the students or the parents. So of course the students might not know how to go about logging in and all of that. So I made this both usable for the parents and the students so that they can be able to log in and sign up. So I made it So this parent will click on I'm new to phone learn. They'll write their child's name. So I made it more for the parents because the parents are the one who will be helping the child in writing their names, in filling the forms and all of that. So making it both usable for the parents and the students. So this is the sign up page. So where they are able, the parents will be able to write the child name or the child write the names by himself. So, sorry. Uh, wrong. Sorry. System is kind of slow. Sorry. Go back to that. Let me go back to that. Sorry for that. Okay. So they can also write their child's date of birth to let us know, okay, this is the child details, the child date of birth. This is something we should know about the child and yeah, so okay, so this is what they want us I want us to know about the child, their date of birth. So also the parents will register with their Gmail so they can get notifications, important notifications through their mail, talking about the track records and all of that. So remembering that it is for children, not for the parents, I had to include avatars that okay, so that these children can find it interesting, they can find it engaging, like okay, this is about me, not my parents. Well, when they see this, okay, this app is talking about me, and so they can be able to click on one of the avatar, and so after clicking on it, they have a model that pops up letting them know that okay, they successfully created their account, and then we move to the home page. They come to the home page where they are able to see where they are able to see where the parents are able to see, okay, the activities, how they can track their children's progress, the things they can do there, numbers, tracking, so they can track the child's progress. For these icons here, this is their settings. So let's talk about this particular one here. So this one is to for when the children have a reward. So this one is more like for an existing user. So the students have a reward store showing them their rewards, what they've gotten. So I believe so this while making this fun for the students to learn, making it fun for the students to learn, making it fun for the students to understand, and all of that. So I had to create something like a reward after winning a particular phase, after um, being successful in a particular what do they call it now? In a particular challenge, they get a reward in form of a model hailing them like, okay, you are a learning legend. For you to have completed 10 maths lesson, you are a math guru, you are a game guru, puzzle master, and all of that. So the student can just feel so the student can feel more more engaged. So the student can feel more engaged. So talking about tracking the child's progress. So the parents or the child, if he wants to see how far he has got, how far he has gone. It comes to the subject progress. They see the subject progress. Okay, how is my child doing? How is Tofumi doing? How is he coping? In mathematics, he has 70% in a particular level. In science, he has 70%. So the parents can just see this, and even the child, his or herself, can see this. And we have this telling them to celebrate their progress and achievement because, of course, it's not an easy thing. So we have this achievement for them, math with showing them that okay, this is your progress, you've completed this, you've done this, and all of that. So as I said earlier, I'm the only designer because it's a personal project while I was doing my teaching practice. We saw the image of me with the students. So I did my personal research with the students, asking them, with the students and the teachers, asking them questions. What do they think about learning? And my research was also through observation, looking at how the children plays, looking at what actually got them engaged. Because I said earlier, the school was kind of it was a public school, so there were not people that were really interested in education per se. So they needed something to draw their attention, for them to pay attention to learning. So that's one of the other major reasons why I brought up fun learn. So I'll be talking on, so that I will not take too much time. I'll be talking of one of these particular features, which is words. So these words, so the children gets to put, we have an image showing, and the children or the students rather gets to pick some words. Like this is a dog, so they can tend to pick them. They tend to pick it. So this right here is a voice implementation where they can get it. Okay, this is a dog. They get that voice. This is a dog, and so these are important things that I put in place as a UI UX designer. So as a UI UX designer. So once again, I believe you can all hear me, right? So
I can hear you.
okay, thank you very much.
I have
So once
6 minutes left. 6 minutes left.
yes, I'm watching my time. Thank you. So so yeah, so this is my last phase of the explanation of my case study. So this is my Behance portfolio showing my design, showing the case study in my portfolio. I spoke about the project overview, talking about what the project is all about. It's for people. Sorry, I used a white image. Then I'll be sincere. Then I did not really understood the purpose of me using it. An African image is my target was an African. So they have focus on children in their preschool to their elementary age range. And so that's why I had a picture of the particular students. So we have the project objective, talking about the project objective, making teaching and learning enjoyable platform to enhance their learning skill. So as I showed us a prototype that other time, the application showing the students, so we have their goals. So my teaching practice was a 1 month training. So I had to make sure I did everything I had to do within that particular frame, doing my research, ensuring that I doing my research, observation, asking teachers question. I had a particular teacher who was more like a mother to me. So I asked her a question. Unfortunately for me, she had a daughter in the school. So I had my surveys, the ones that I said I shared online with my friends, with people around, and I got responses on it. I created for my user personas, my user personas, my empathy map. These are just to explain, to have an understanding of the project, my the user, about the experience, since I've spoken about the user interface and their functionalities. So I spoke about the problems, the challenges, and the solution. So the problem was that students could not really find teaching and learning enjoyable, and one of the solutions was to ensure teaching to be fun for them, including a tracking features, making it gamified and all of that. I had my user flows. A very short user flow, a very short user flow actually. So user flow was to show them their settings, their profile. So yeah, this is my wireframes. Yes, I did this wireframe on Figma also. So I did a whole lot of things. So I showed us little of the interface so I don't take too much time and all of that. So I had my colors, my fonts, a childlike font for the purpose of I had different colors, though colors that are complementary, not off colors, because of the purpose of it. So here I explained each of the screens, making understanding the screens, the home screen also very important, and these are the games that were included. Sorry, I'm rushing at this stage. My time is almost up, and so I'm just trying to brush things up. So this is the home page. These are the screens, as I have explained. So my lessons learned in this process was, it is very, I found it really interesting. This project was really interesting for me. I got a better understanding of how making this thing UI UX more engaging for students, for users, not only students, for users and all of that. I worked with some of my friends who shared these things with their parents, their cousins, mom, and all of that, and they helped me with this. So thank you very much once again. My name is Chito for me, and I had few comments that that actually made me say, okay, I think this is a good case study that I can present for this particular challenge. So thank you so much. My name is Oluwalade Chito for me. Once again, nice to have everybody here. Thank you so much. I'm done.
Thank you very much, Jesu Tofumi, for the wonderful presentation. It was really interesting going through it. I could like picture it, and then I love the use of colors, the use of how you broke it down for the kids and everything. I love the prototype too, but then it's up to our judges, like I said. So moving forward, so that we can have our judges speak after the first half. Our next speaker is Joshua, and Joshua will be presenting
A right half, and I'll be diving into that. Thank you. Sorry, can everybody see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon once again. So I'll be walking us through a right app, which I named High Right app. So this right app, I got inspiration from a challenge on Twitter. I think last year, this year. So I got the inspiration, and it was like a daily challenge, and I kind of like thought of it and turn it to a case study. So it's called, I named it myself a right app. So it's a case study, and also I'll be working out through the research, the user flow, the wireframe, the user persona, and the main goal, which is the design itself. Okay, so a ride app is a transportation application that offers a seamless and efficient solution for your travel, for our travel needs, and also it's user friendly with user friendly features and reliable service, and also committed to safety and convenience. So a ride app, as we all know, is a ride app. So I'll be walking us through the project overview. So our our mobile application revolutionize transportation, delivering a seamless, efficient, and transformative experience. So need for the efficient alien solution in transportation industry. So first of all, leveraging technology, yes, and the next one is it provides secure and also free rides, and also meets the demands for efficient alien solutions. My role as a designer is to I spearheaded the creation of an inclusive, visually appealing interface, and also the goal was to craft not just a functional application, but then an immersive journey, harmonizing aesthetics and functionalities. So I have my design process, and first of all, I have my research and discovery, where I have my user research, I have my user interview, and I have my competitive analysis, and also the problem definition, which is the define stage, and also have my user persona, I have my user story, I have my empathy and high date and design. Sorry, I don't have testing yet because I haven't done that yet. And moving to the design goal. So the design goal is in crafting the design for our alien mobile app. The primary objective are centered around elevating the user experience, prioritizing safety, and optimizing the efficiency of the transportation process. Yeah, we have a lot of transportation mobile app, but then I feel like there are some features that can be improved on, and there are some features that can also be included. And improve one of our goal is one of my goal is to provide user experience in hailing and using transportation services. So enhancing the institutionalness, of the app interface to make hailing ride effortless, and also prioritize a user-centric design that ensure a seamless and enjoyable experience for passengers. And another thing is enhance safety and also reliability, for passengers. So implementing robust safety features such as real-life driver tracking and identification, and also ensure clear communication channel between passenger and drivers, fostering a sense of security and reliability. And the third part segment of my project goal is streamline the transportation process. So optimize user flow within the application to minimize the time and effort required to book and complete rides, and also integrate efficient routing and navigation features. So to reduce travel times, and also enhance the overall efficiency of the transportation services. Um, so I'm moving to my competitive analysis. So I did competitive analysis for just one well-known brand, which is Uber. So I kind of consider the global presence, yes, diverse transportation options, advanced technology, brand recognition, and also efficient, effective, and also rewards, driver friendly policy, and cashless transaction. Um, for my research, I did a quantitative research using a survey, and I have the introduction, I have the objective to assess user preference regarding features and functionalities of the transportation application, and also to determine user satisfaction levels with the application performance, reliability, and also the user interface. And also the third one is to identify areas to improvement and enhancements based on user feedback. So I also did some data analysis. I did some complications and recommendation, and also the conclusion. So moving forward, moving forward, I have my survey overview. So for my survey overview, I have my survey questions, my research questions, which one of it is user satisfaction. So I target like a user satisfaction. So under it, we have how was your experience using a transportation, just to create a conducive atmosphere, and using okay, how was your experience using transportation application? So we have options, prompt arrival of drivers, and some other stuff like that. And also we have user preference. So under the user preference, we have the question there, which is what ride type do you prefer as a user, and also what payments type do you prefer as a user. And a lot of people picked credit card and credit and debit card. And also we have unique app feature. So which application feature do you hope to see? And a lot of people go voted for the right time tracking. So, and also we have application features you hope to be improved. And we also have user concerns and suggestions. So what are you most concerned about, and also suggestions. So very quickly, I will talk about my user personnel. So I did personnel for I had two user personnel, a male and a female. So first off, I have James here. James is a 28 years old man, and he's also a videographer. So pain points and frustrations. Concerned about James was really concerned about safety and in unfamiliar areas. So going to like probably is a for videographer going to a new location, and is really concerned about his safety. And also another thing is waiting for transportation that is running behind schedule. It can really be frustrating. And the goals, James' goals and motivation is first is seek a convenient and a reliable transportation solution for daily commuting, sorry, and also prioritizing safety and positive travel experience. And the second person is Rayan, and Rayan is a 26 years old lady, and is also a digital marketer. So Rayan's pain points and frustration: high price of for tickets, fares, and also or feels expenses, and also frustrated with unpredicted times, and also
Hello, Joshua.
yes.
Can you please drop the link to your portfolio on the meeting, on the call?
Oh,
Moses, too, you can do that. Pomalin.
oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I've done that. Thank you. So sorry. So moving forward, and also Ryan's pain point and frustration, frustrated with unpredicted wait times, and also inefficient routes, and also Ryan's goals and motivation: seek a convenient and a reliable transportation solution for daily activities, and also value time efficiency and a seamless experience. So we're diving into my information architecture. So for my information architecture, it's a mobile app. So I have my home, shippings, trips, and profile. And also under that, I have some other functionalities like that. And also moving forward, I have my user flow. So under my user flow, you open the application, trips, enter your which is your password, order from, and you go to the home, select your two cards. So either if you're going on a ride, or look, or selecting the location or promotions. And I also have basic rides, and also select location, confirm ride, and also ride confirm. So I have my style guide, I have my typography, I have my typography style, I have my color style, and I have my wireframe. So for my wireframe, we all know wireframe is a skeletal outline of, or a blueprint that outline the layout and structure of a web page or application. So I have my wireframe stroke low fidelity of the mobile app, and I have my high fidelity, which is my visual design. So my I have my home. Under my home, I have the profile. On the home page, I have the profile. I have the product categories. I have the search input. I have the promotion cards, a card, and I also have my tab navigation. And on that, the next segment is the add your destination. So under your add destination, you can input your destination wherever you're going to, and from there you select a location. And after selecting a location, you confirm, probably to set it to automatically or probably data. And also I have my payment method, and also a right type. So under this application, we kind of like have a payment section where you can it's you can link your your the products, which is the mobile app, to um your 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 payment card, your credit or your debit card. So you can choose, you can either choose a payment either of these payment method, and also confirm your location and check for some recommendations around your location. And I also have confirm ride at active rides also. So here you can get some notification and also see some confirm rides, and also the rider, which is the driver's details, and also and the next the okay, the other part is rate your ride. So you can either rate your ride or cancel your ride, just to know your ride experience. And I have my other screens. So here I have my email confirmation, um, login. I have my like a little onboarding here, and also have my other screens. So okay, so thank you very much. That's all about my Haride app. So Haride app transportation app offers a seamless and efficient solution for your travel and needs, and with a user-friendly features. Thank you very much. My name remains Ajose Joshua. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Joshua, for the wonderful presentation as well. Wow, I like your use of colors. Personally, like wasn't too there was not plenty considering the fact that it's a ride app. It's not like just for me because his own audience is kids, so he has to use multiple colors. So that would just be my remark because the almost remark belongs to our judges. So I don't want to cost us many time. Cost us much of our time. So our next speaker, who is the last speaker for the first half, before we have our judges speak, is Shola Sunday. Shola will be presenting site crafts, a case study called site crafts. And Sunday Shola, you have 20 minutes to present. Kindly manage your time, please. Your time starts now. You have till 5:23 p.m. to conclude. Thank you.
All right, guys. Good evening. Hello. Good evening. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
All right. I'm currently on a video, right? Can you guys see my face? Um, hello.
I can't see your face, but you can present your
You can't
screen.
see my face? Okay.
You
Okay.
can
Good
just
evening,
present
everyone.
it.
Sure. 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 I'll do that. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sunday Shola, and I really thank Perxels for these opportunities. I also greet my judges and my fellow competitors. I will be presenting a project called Sitecraft, and I'll share my screen now and begin my presentation. Thank you. All right, please, can you guys confirm that you can see my screen? Can everybody see my screen, please? All right. All right, this is my Behance case study. The title of this project is Sitecraft. But literally, Sitecraft is let me give an explanation here. Sitecraft is a revolutionary web builder to equip with powerful AI capabilities designed to streamline the website creation process and empowers users of all skills level to bring their digital vision to life. So, if you're wondering, maybe you have been to a website builder tool. A website builder tool is a program or tool that allow you to design and create websites without having to edit any code. And you can definitely do anything without the help of a developer or a designer. So that's what a website builder tool is about. So Sitecraft, definitely, there are other website builder tools that have been in existence. Please, can you guys hear me? Let me be sure I'm talking to the audience.
Yes, we can. Sorry.
All right, thank you. Okay, so there have been other website builder tools that have been in existence, but with the revolution and the movement of technology, the um the introduction of AI into every business and every field is definitely moving fastly and is definitely progressing. So we thought of a project came up whereby we're prompted to build a web builder tool that has AI capabilities. Meanwhile, meaning you can interact with an AI chatbot to build up your website for you. So, what is the problem statement out here? We are trying to solve a problem. So, I'll divide my case study into three. Let me say, um, the problem statement, the design process, and the solution. So I'll be dividing my case study into those three parts, into those three sections. Let me just say. Then I'll be switching between Figma and Behance also, so that as I'm explaining with this, you're going to have a practical view of what we came up with at the end of the day. So stay tuned. So our story began with Cassandra, a budding entrepreneur with passion for fashion, eager to share her unique design with the world. Cassandra's dreams of launching her own online boutique, but feels overwhelmed by the prospect of building a website from scratch. So definitely, it's not easy. When people hear websites, they first of all, the first thing that comes to their mind is what's it going to cost, the cost of doing it, how long it's going to take. Is definitely for those people that are that rich that can push out websites and all that. But that perspective is what we want to change. And these are problem statement and the problem we're trying to solve. So we said many people and businesses find it difficult to create great looking websites that truly reflect who they are. Existing web designs tools are often complicated and time consuming, making it hard for people without technical skills to build the website they envision. As a result, aspiring entrepreneurs, small businesses, and creatives struggles to make their mark online, missing out on valuable opportunities to connect with their audience. This gap is in accessibility and usability hold them back from reaching their full potential in the digital world. So having this project as a junior designer, I want to kind of interpret the problem and the solution like a story. So when this project kind of came up, I was like, okay, fine. I've not been in the web design industry before. I've not designed something related to that side. So the first thing I had to do was do my industry research. I had to go into the web design industry, their website, do research about them, check the different platforms on which people can develop their websites. Even though some was paid, I couldn't access them, but those that I can access to, the length I could go, I did my research. Because one thing about the project was that I understood that initially the client was like, when I push out the stakeholder interview to him, I was like, okay, fine. What are the expectations? What are the things you want? What are the features this design we have? He kind of told me that he doesn't want something that will be too complex. In short, he simplified it to the extent that he said he wants the website to be without application, meaning he don't want users to be able to run so much tax on it. He just wants to be direct with the results we want to get. As now, they are not coming on the website to come and make any third-party payments with cards or anything, or most of all those implementations. It's just a simple website whereby you come, you create your designs, and you go. So that expectation of the client. That gave me the process to follow the design. That gave me the steps to follow the design because definitely I know I was building a website without application because they won't be running a complex tax on it and all that. So it will just be like a portfolio website, but you can just run your tax on it without having to do much of those registration and verification stuff, just to simplify the user experience for the user. So with having that in mind, I did not use the double diamond theory or the disco design thinking process or all those. I just went from having my industry research. Like if you can see here on my research screen here, if you can see on my research screen, I did my stakeholder interview. So after that, I did my industry research, industry overview. I checked the website design language in the industry. What are the most used colors? What are the most used fonts? Because there's no way I'll be designing for people that are already used to other products and I won't be able to catch their attention with the product they are used to. So I started making my research. What are the most used color, the most used fonts? Do they use animation? How often do they use media content? Is it that much? Is the design trendy? So I outlined my goals, my priorities. Then I got my competitors. The first competitor I got was Elementor. So after Elementor, I did the second competitor Wix. So I defined my analysis method. How will I be analyzing them? okay, I'll be analyzing Elementor and Wix websites using Chrome browser, using a laptop, tablet, and mobile device because I was designing for these 3 platforms. So going forward, these were the challenge. Okay, we have gone through the challenges. Let me go down. These are the competitors I analyzed. So after checking the competitors, I went further to do my SWOT analysis, my usability audits, all these processes just to see what the competitors are doing right, what they are not doing right, how I can improve on what they are doing, and how I can make my design to be familiar with what users are already used to in this industry. So these were the elements. I did my journey path, everything going that way. I did my usability audits, I did my SWOT analysis and everything. So this was the SWOT analysis. After that, I came up with my layout design. Then going through the layout design, I did all the pages on the layouts, all the pages I'll be having. Then I came up with my low fidelity. Still in my research process, I came up with my low fidelity. So this is the low fidelity design. These are the pages. These are how it's going to look like. So this low fidelity design, I just use it as, let me say, I use it as a bat to my potential users. And after getting up with the low fidelity design, I prototyped it, then sent it out for testing. As you can see, this is the low fidelity design. It's prototyped, and I sent it out for testing. This is the chatbots. Everything is prototyped. So they tested it. We rectified the faults, what we can make better going ahead. So when we get to the high fidelity, we won't have to do much of back and front. Although it's iterative, we still go back, but there will be some things that will be corrected here that are definitely problem we'll definitely encounter ahead. So I went through this low fidelity process. We finished everything. I tested it. I know what to correct. I did my corrections. Then going back to my Behance portfolio. Sorry. I did my style guide because I was using the atomic design system. Whereby I'll create my atoms, create molecules, create template pages and stuff like that. Sha. So I did everything. I went from my why is my mouse having issue? I went from my atomic design process. That was after the low fidelity. So after the low fidelity, I went from atomic design process. So during this atomic design process, so this was where I designed the atoms, the typography, the colors, everything. So in this way, I created my design system, which was kind of packaged with components. Let me go to the page. So this was my components page. I kind of did my components here, did my colors, all my image, all my cards, everything. Kind of created like a design system. So did my molecules, my atoms, and I prototyped most of the things that need to be prototyped here. Like maybe if there's to be an animation of on something, if there's to be an interaction on a button, I did everything that was supposed to be done. I prototype my chatbot here so that in case I'll be having like any issue by the time I'm arranging my pages, I'll easily come back to my design system and easily correct it here. And all the pages that this component is on will definitely receive that correction immediately. So I created my components, building my design systems. I studied the WhatsApp chatbot, using it to understand how I'm to build my chatbots, what I need to learn. I did so many processes here. So personally for me, after creating all this, this was the mobile version. This is the mobile version of the chatbot. I prototyped most of what I need to prototype at this stage, because understanding the process that, okay, fine, at this atomic design stage, this is where I need to fix most of the things I'm going to fix. I'm not going to be personally coming to the high fidelity page to come and fix things. But once I fix my stuff here and maybe push them out, at the end of the day, once I'm using them to create my sections, definitely having my pages won't be hard, because anything wrong on the section, I'll know it's from the components here. And once I'm correcting it, it's correcting everything that's on every of the pages that has that component. So for my typography, to my components, sorry, I skipped this. I was done with the low fidelity. So my high fidelity. So for my typography, my components to my high fidelity, having this high fidelity, I kind of streamlined this, the mobile. Everything was created, tested. I kind of did the tablet version, and I did the desktop version. I did the desktop version. You understand? So definitely, I just made a brief of my design process here. So we conducted the stakeholder interview to fully understand what project entails and what has to be done. Identify user needs, pinpoint during user interview and market research. Analyze competitor offering and industry trends to understand current standards and identify opportunities for improvements. We said we establish clear goals, objective for design process, aligning them with the overall vision and mission of SiteCraft, which is the stakeholder product. So that's the product. We are aligning the user goals with the products, with the business goals. So they match. So we did our sketching and wireframe. We brainstormed and generated ideas for features, functionalities, design elements that will differentiate SiteCraft from competitors and address user needs, created wireframes, sketches, mockups to visualize and iterate on design concepts, considering usability, accessibility, and visual appeal. So from here, we develop interactive prototypes of key features and functionalities using Figma. We conduct usability testing, which targets users to gather feedbacks on prototypes, identify usability issues, and validate design decisions. So coming to iterative design iterated on design concepts based on user feedbacks, usability testing, result refining and improving the user experience. So we came to the visual design. We did our visual design, defined the brand, color, everything, the image, the icons, define everything relatively. Then we came to the final design delivery. So if I'm coming here and I'm going to the Figma to explain how what we came up with at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, these were our high fidelity design. These are the expanded screens. So these expanded screens are the mobile, the tablet, the desktop version. We came to the medium screens, which are the version for tablet. As you can see, all the components are connected. So as you see, we came to the compact screen, which are the mobile version, which is the mobile version of the design. Sorry. So coming here, let me just go straight to the point here. So this is definitely the project at the end of the day. After we tested at the low fidelity, when I pushed out the prototypes to users that I interview and everything. So we tested at the low fidelity. We tested
Shola,
also at the high fidelity. Yeah.
you have 5 minutes more.
All right. So we tested also at the high fidelity. So once the user comes on the website, as you can see, the interactions on the nav links are active. So once the user comes on the website, you don't need to struggle too much to build. Getting started means you want to generate a design. Get started also is also easy on the hero section to navigate through. Also, start chatting with the AI chatbot to generate design is also easy to navigate through. So let's use this get started button. Suppose the user just come. Definitely come here. How would you like to design your website today? Chat with AI to generate designs. Chat with our chatbot in real time and get instant answers to your questions. Our chatbot are equipped with AI technology to understand your queries and provide relevant information. Definitely for me, every other features and this on the design are very important, but this was the most challenging part because as a junior designer, coming up with a chatbot is not quite easy to sit down and think about it. So let's dive into it. So if I say start chatting now, definitely, you see, hello, I'm an AI representative from SiteCraft, and it's kind of you are kind of typing and it's responding. So as you see, what's the name of the design? Tell me about your design. Everything is just going hand in hand. You say, hi, please click the review button on the right side of your screen to see your design. Definitely. So after all this conversation with my AI chatbot, it has definitely brought my design under seconds. And at the end of the day, if you're reviewing your design, this is definitely your design of the website you're getting. Then you can review it, you can edit, and you rate our services. So this is definitely what we came up with at the end of the day. We develop a chatbot that you can interact with to generate your website designs from. And at the end of the day, I think definitely the case study presentation definitely on Behance is definitely living to his expectation because at the end of the day, this design it has been tested and with the feedbacks and and everything I got from the final delivery process and all. And even on Behance too, these are my team members I worked with, a couple of them. So even the final this thing on Behance, we had like 27 comments, there were different reviews and everything. So at the end of the day, I have to go back and do my user testing redesign. So I have to come back for it and I'm working on it and I'm currently also working on writing the
Shola,
code, developing.
sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt you. Kindly share the link to your case study on the call.
Okay, I'll do that once I'm done now. Okay.
Okay.
So this is my user testing redesign. I'm currently working on it, and I'm also the one writing the code to develop the website to become a real life project. So thank you, and thank you very much for listening. Thank you, my judges and fellow competitors. Also, thank you, program managers. Thank you so much. I'm done.
Wow, you were within time. Thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. This is one of its kind. Like, allow me to say that. I've not seen a I haven't seen a project that concerns website building. It's always been food, like plenty food and plenty money. Wow, this is a lot of work. That's all I have to say. This is a lot of work. And I really appreciate all that you mentioned. I also learned some things from what you said. I was hearing elements, I mean, atoms, molecules, and I was like, ah. Okay, so that was a wonderful presentation on my part. So it's up to our judges. Kindly drop the link to your case study on the call. Um, People are requesting for it. So here we have come to the end of our first half presentation and would like to have our judges pass their comments on the first four presenters. The first four presenters are Moses, who delivered the case study on the Global Suya app, Jesu Tofumi, the app for kids, Joshua, the iRide app, and Shola, who just concluded his case study presentation, Sitecraft, which is a website builder. So we would like to start with Mr. Obi. He said OBO. Obi would make his comment first. Thank you very much. Kindly unmute yourself, sir.
All right. Good evening, guys. So for Moses, I think you did a great job on your project. However, I wasn't able to see how the research that you carried out connects to the design that you did, right? So you understand that we have to understand that this you said that this product is a product in live environment that users are using, and then for your research method that you used, you interviewed just 4 people, right? And for a product that wants to really do well in the market, you cannot just interview 4 people and use that to make informed design decisions, right? So I was unable to see those how that research connected to the design decisions that you made on the product. Also, I think majority of the problem that we do have is choosing the right research method, right? I also think that for a product that is live and existing, using surveys is it's a very wrong research method. You're not going to get there are tons of UX research methods, more than 10 or 12. So for a product that's already live that users are using, you said it's a web app that you want to transition to mobile. There's a whole lot of there are other kinds of research that you would have used that will give you actionable insights into solving the problem at hand. So I wasn't able to see that in any way. It's a very wrong research method that was employed in that aspect. However, I liked your UI design. I think the UI design was really good. The user interface, even though I wasn't able to see, I wanted to see the journeys, the individual journeys. I'd say, for example, from ordering a food to doing this, because I'm a big fan of food delivery products. Currently, I've used Jumia Food, used Konga Food. I use Chowdeck. Currently have a Chow score of 632. So that's to tell you how much I order food. I also cook a lot too. So I was looking forward to seeing the individual journeys, right? So I was only able to see the user flows, which is okay, but I'm not able to visualize the different journeys, right? How are you able to shorten the process? You spoke about giving them options based on their dietary constraints and all of that. I wasn't able to see any of that. I wasn't able to see any journey. I wasn't able to see the tracking, how you get reviews. I wasn't able to see any of that. So I was looking forward to seeing those different journeys, right? Maybe from onboarding, I can see the onboarding journey. How quick are users able to sign up? And also, I saw some things about your usability testing. I wasn't able to see what was the goal of the usability test. What exactly were you trying to check? right? Before you go ahead to do a test, there is something that you are trying to achieve. And when the goal of the test is not defined, it's going to be difficult for you to make actionable insights from that, right? So I feel like every usability test has to come with an objective in mind. What are you trying to check? What exactly are you trying to test, right? So I didn't see that. It wasn't defined in the case study, and these are the things that I feel like you should know about it, right? So first, your research method. There are lots of competitors. I didn't see you doing secondary research about competitors in the space, right? You didn't tell us why it was food and suya. Have an idea, why is it food and suya ordering app? Is suya not food? Is there any peculiarity about suya? And these are the insights that you want to really gather from your existing users, because people are using the product already. So I think you should have improved on that. I really think your design was good. Your UI design was good, even though I wasn't able to see much. I saw the components and I'm like, okay, this is really good. So hopefully you can improve on that and move on henceforth. Yeah. So can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Yeah. Uh, Secondly, Jesu Tofumi did the kids learning app. I think it was a really good design, right? In terms of the user interface, right? You were able to do a design for kids. The typeface, the typography was, quite appealing for kids. But again, I feel I did not connect how your experience, um, which is what led you to design the application, right? Your experience in your teaching practice translated into you designing this app for kids. From what I see, definitely doing using a tech solution, a mobile app for their parents. I am very sure, because I've played in edtech before. I'm quite sure that that's not the solution, right? So the thing is that when we are trying to solve problems, we are not just solving problems because of emotions, right? Because most times we just have it in mind, okay, I want to design an app. And most and truly, a mobile app might not necessarily be the solution to that, right? And then I saw that you designed the app focused on the parents. First things, do their parents have mobile phones? Those are the things that are they quite tech savvy to be able to use this kind of solution, right? Do those children, do they have access to these mobile phones, right? Are those mobile phones smart enough to handle some of the gamification that you introduce into those interfaces? I really like gamification and all of that. However, it looks more like a solution for the rich, right? People that are well to do, right? People that are well to do, people that their parents get data every month for their mobile phone, right? People that are already tech savvy, people that are in high grade schools, right? They are the ones that actually employ majority of tech into their learning system, right? So I could not see how that your teaching practice, based on the maybe I'm making assumptions though, but based on the information that you gave me in this call and the case study, I could not really see how a mobile app is a solution to the learning problems that those kids were facing. I sincerely don't think that this is the this when you if you introduce this, I don't see how it will really solve their problem, right? However, it's a very good design. It's a design that can apply to maybe kids that are more well to do, right? Maybe parents that are richer and parents that they have time, because parents don't even have time these days for their children. Parents that probably have more time to spend with their kids and all of that, and maybe people in more established environment. I felt like you could have referenced some ed tech products that are in this space that are doing something similar, because these guys have done research. Many of them have failed, right? Maybe startups like U Lesson, and see the model that ULesson is using. Startups like Edukoya, look at these guys, and if you notice their target audience, you find out that it's not the same thing as yours. I would have loved to see those references, right? But it's a good design, and I think it can apply to some other sectors, right? Your UI components, your illustrations, and all of that was really really good. Thirdly, Joshua, uh, Joshua, I write application. So again, I'm not convinced with your method of research, right? Your research method, I'm not convinced about it. I feel like we need to understand how to carry out user research, and user research is beyond surveys and in-person interviews. It's a product that there are lots of competitors. I was expecting that you do a lot of secondary research, right? Because there are lots of players in this space, right? And you said you did competitive analysis. Those factors that you're looking at in competitive analysis, in those your level of technology, all those things that you're measuring, I don't think those are the right things that to measure. Diverse transportation option, advanced brand recognition. You don't need all of that to measure your competitive and cost effective. Based on what factors you say, because I play in the logistics space, right? Driver friendly policies, and you checked iRide, that iRide has driver friendly policies, and you do not really tell us what are those driver friendly policies that you have, right? So, and you said global presence already. You're already checking your that iRide has a global presence. So it's when you want to carry out competitive analysis, it's there. You don't have to be biased and try to mark your own product over. I mean, if iRide should launch today in the market, definitely people will choose Uber over iRide, and that's. I mean, I'm just being really really honest, right? So I wasn't able to see. I saw your designs are really good. I mean, most of you, at least your UI designs are quite up there. I just cannot connect the problem that you're actually trying to solve, right? I get you're trying to improve the ride hailing experience and all of that. And the truth is, when it comes to ride hailing, usually the main problem, because I've played in this space for years, the major problem has nothing to do with the mobile application, right? It has a lot to do with the riders themselves, right? And it has a lot to do with the operations. So you see, if you want to see why Chowdeck is a successful delivery company, it's not just because their UI is good, or the mobile app. It's majorly because of, from the time that Chowdeck is able to receive an order, for the time that the rider is able to get to the restaurant, and in fact, inside the restaurant, they have Chowdeck representatives in the restaurant and make sure that package is delivered quickly and gets to you in less than 30 minutes, right? So if even if you onboard on maybe both, even if you use the same riders on both and bring them to iRider, if you do not onboard them properly, you still experience the same problems, right? So it's not the mobile app that is the problem itself. To these somebody wants to raise a hand or something. Okay, so
No,
it's
that was it.
okay, it's not the mobile app that it's majorly like the problem. It's not the design, because the design is quite similar to what is existing in ride hailing and logistic application, right? Destination, location, s- des- um, current location, or whatever you want to send it from, to your destination location. It shows you like a couple of riders around, or shows you a couple of logistic partners around, add payment. This is like regular journeys, right? Regular journeys that are similar to most logistics and also ride hailing applications, right? So I could not see the unique problem that you're trying to solve at all. I could not see the difference between this and Uber, or difference between this and quick delivery, right? And I did not really see you say you talked about some pain point. I didn't see how this is really going to solve the frustration and pain points of people like me that deliver something on a daily, right? Or that I say daily, that does do use delivery service maybe like weekly, right? I could not really really see that. So But however, if you want to play in, I mean, in this logistic market, it's an enterprise market, so there's a lot of players. You can come into the market and still make your own money. But when it comes to like solving a particular problem, I don't think it's really unique. I don't see any uniqueness from this an existing product. However, great work on the design. I think that you guys you're doing well with your UI design. A little bit of improvements here and there, but a good one on the design. Well done. Finally, sorry, I'm taking to maybe I'm talking too much. I'll just try to accelerate right now. Finally, the last presenter, Sunday Shola. It's nice that you're doing something different. Um, it's really nice you're doing something different. However, again, I was unable to see so much of I was unable to see. Okay, let me even first work on look at your research, right? I say your research, your UI designs. I think like a lot can be done. A lot can be done with respect to the user interface designs, right? Especially because you're building a software as a service, right? And there is a general look and feel of how SaaS products look like, right? So if you're going to the market, if you're there's lots of stunning website builders. If you're looking at other website builders, for your design has to really, especially from a UI perspective, it has to be quite very good. Let's leave features around, right? Let's say website builders at like basic website builders, like maybe Bubble, Wix, Squarespace, Square rather, and some other website builders, right? So yeah, the design has to be the UI, at least from a UI perspective, it has to be quite top notch for users to be able to use, right? I would have loved to see things like templates, right? A whole of templates. I would have loved to even see the I would have loved to see quite a number of features. See how SMEs that want websites are able to just quickly onboard on the platform and create something for themselves. People like sellers, people like WhatsApp vendors and things like that. How are they able to go and create their website quickly? I wasn't able to see all of that. I was looking forward to seeing things like templates. I was looking forward to seeing things like research, like because there are lots of, I mean, I think there are lots of website builders that have failed too, that many people have tried. So looking forward to seeing some stories and data around. Okay, because I've seen quite a number of people build that and it actually failed. Some of the ones that we've seen things like some startups playing the space like Bumper, but theirs is focused more on products and e-commerce, things like that. Quickly build a website for people, right? I think Prosper is trying to do that, or they're already doing it. And so that you worked with a lot of people on this project. I didn't really see your role on the project, what you did. Maybe I didn't see your what exactly was your role on this project, because there were so much people on this website, right? So that is my feedback. I feel like you guys are doing well. However, there just needs to be a whole lot of improvement with respect to the research method that you're using and actually solving the problem, right? If you claim to solve a problem, we have to be able to see that you actually want to solve the problem. You're not just saying that they're not just saying that, okay, I do a design and this design is better than what is existing. It's going to actually solve the problem, right? So that's just my 2 cents. I'm sorry for taking so much time. Let me hand it over to my boss to give his own feedback.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Obi. You were just within time. You spent 19 minutes. I
19.
was
Wow,
hoping
I talk too
20,
much.
yeah. Okay, so let's move on to Mr. Ibrahim. Mr. Ibrahim, please kindly unmute yourself and give us your review. Thank you.
Um, well, thank you very much, Tosin. I think Anayo is actually like not left most of the stones unturned. So I'll just be focusing on like two things as regards I'm giving a general overview. Given that we don't have much time and we have all the presentations, so I'm going to focus on two parts. First is the design fundamentals in the presentations, and also presentation skills, right? Because this combines both the soft skill itself and the skill itself and the soft skill that accompanies it. So for the design fundamentals, I think firstly, all of the people, all of the presenters, they did really well. They tried their best. So for me, when I was grading, I had a second thought that probably like most people are probably like a beginner level and all. So I used that for for the grading. So but then so far, everyone did a very good job, and the fact that you're able to become the top finalist, it's really amazing. So on the design fundamentals, I think that um, everyone needs to go back to really understand intentionally um, the design fundamentals, especially for um, like for example UI principles, UX principles, research methods, and everything. I think we need to like revisit them and understand them intentionally. And I'll give you a very good example of what I mean. Something as simple as contrast, something as simple as rule of proximity. They can actually affect your user experience, the user experience of whoever is doing whatever you created. And even it even applies to the portfolio or the case study you've done. So going back to relearn all these things and intentionally applying them, because most times people know these principles. It's just very passive, but they do not apply them when it comes to actually designing. And I think that was somewhat missing in the designs and the presentations overall. That's one. Then, secondly, is focusing on the solutions. So the solutions it should not be you designing something just for design's sake. Like I'm a very big fan of intentionality. Whatever you do within your design, you have to explain why you've done that. So it shouldn't be vibes and inshallah. It should be, something that, when someone hears you out, be like, oh, okay, this person was very intentional about maybe this particular feature, this particular icon, you get. So, and I'll give you a very, to buttress Anayo's point on solutions, right? There are so many, alien apps, there are so many edtech apps and all like that. So the question now is what exactly makes you different? And I think I'll touch on that also when I'm talking about the presentation, right? So a very good example is Money Points, right? I think Money Point didn't really get popular until like maybe late last year or maybe Q2 or Q2 Q3 last year, right? And they did a lot. So the question is, what made Money Points? And there were other players in the industry before Money Points gained, that much, traction. But what made them different? And all of us, even the the most I'm going to put it, the iyalodgers, the people selling markets, the market men and women, they could see the value Money Points is bringing, the solution that Money Points is actually offering. And what is that was very simple and very clear, right? Transaction was very fast. You can send money to anyone and you don't opt for a reversal or a failed transaction. So it was that experience was the solution, right? It was not the POS machine they were bringing, it was not the mobile app, it was more of the experience than the UI. So that having that clarity in the solution and making it very prominent even without telling anyone, right, is something that you should look out for when building or designing a product. So I think I'll just stop on that. Then on the presentation side, right, the first thing you need to know is that for things like this, even in companies, and I used to say this a lot, there are lots and lots of designers out there, right? People that can, push pixels, draw shapes, frames, use auto layout and all. But one of the things that distinguishes designers is their ability to communicate their ideas. to be able to like defend what they've designed. So that makes it, I mean, that makes that, I mean, creates that difference between designers. So and it's a soft skill that we need to like improve on to have an edge above other designers. And I'm saying this because some of these case studies you've done, if you have, you might want to show them in during a recruiting process or during an interview. So the way you present it also matters. Even if your design was not good, well, if you presented it or if you present it in a very, sweet and very good way, there's this trick that your mouth is so sweet that people will not even see errors, right? So that kind of thing. So that's it. So I'll start with when you have limited time, right? So the first thing is for you to give an overview, right, into of the project you're working on, right? And also give an highlight of, oh, I'm going to be talking about X, Y, Z. So whoever is listening to you has like a mindset that this person is going to touch on this. When he's done speaking on this, I'm expecting this and expecting that. So for example, you might say, oh, I'm going to be speaking on this particular app that does this. I'm going to be talking about problem statements. I'm talking about solution. Those steps. Just talk about it. So you've already created. You've created a foundation for your presentation, and you've already like built an anticipation in the mind of your audience, right? If that is done right, then you need to really be confident about what you have done. I think this is very important, right? You need to like own what you've done because you did it. Except if you did not do it, right? But if you're sure that you did what you did, you need to own it and be confident with what you've done, right? You see so many people out there, probably on Twitter, on social media, they've done probably absolutely rubbish, but they are very confident about it and it has gained them opportunities. Because I think one of the most important thing here is for us to like showcase what we've done, learn and understand how to make ourselves better, right? But then you need to also understand that sometimes the way life works is different from the way it works in our heads, right? So sometimes people don't even care about whatever design you've done. They want to be sure that you are confident or you know what you're doing, right? So even though it's not correct, but that confidence is also quite important because you can always unlearn and relearn. So that's then when it comes to what's it called? I just circle back to the UX part. You need to like whatever you are doing, but it's not alien or there's no innovation really anywhere, to be honest, right? Everything we are seeing around is a replica or an improvement of what is existing. A very typical example is Paystack. Paystack, right, for us in Africa might be something new, but was just a replica of Stripe, right? So whatever you are building is not what's it called? It's not new. You always have something to reference to make it better. Then when you are referencing, and there's something called stealing like an artist, right? Not stealing like a thief, right? What I mean basically is that when you're still like a thief, you probably like take everything. You don't leave any stone untouched. But when you're still like an artist, you're simply drawing illustration. And I saw in one of the designs that I could see when I opened it, I could see a touch of boats. I could see boats basically. So that takes away like an originality. But you can check both to see how they've done it and make yours better or build upon what they've done. So all these things are actually very essential when it comes to like building solutions and all. But all around, in all, you all did well, and I hope to see improvement, and I hope to see you in top places in the design industry. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ibrahim. I really appreciate your review, and so do I appreciate Mr. Obi's review. I believe that the presenters and the ones who are yet to present have picked their lessons because I'm a designer as well, so I have picked my lessons and I know what best to do. So Sharply, we are heading to the second half of the presentation, and I would like us to please take note of our time, manage it well, and go straight to the point without telling too much stories. So the first presenter of the second half is Esther, and Esther is going to be presenting a case study on SaveWise. Esther, kindly unmute yourself. You have 20 minutes, meaning that 10 minutes past 6, you are going to be stopping. Esther, are you on the
All
call?
right. Yes,
Okay.
I am. Thank you very much, Chelsea. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jabez. Thank you very much for joining and taking time out of your schedule to look at our portfolios. Good evening to my fellow competitors. And thank you to Perxels for organizing this amazing opportunity for us junior designers. So without much further ado, my name is Esther Bello, and I'll be presenting my case study on SaveWise. So I'm going to